Privilege to invite our distinguished alumnus to the podium. Professor Yossi, Yona, embodies ISEF's mission, devoting himself to the expanding opportunity for all. An ISEF International Fellow for his PhD at University of Pennsylvania, Yossi became a prominent academic and a shaper of public opinion. Please welcome Yossi.
Good evening, dear Nina, dear Carlos, ladies and gentlemen, friends of ISEF. Thank you for the kind invitation to attend this exciting event and to celebrate with you the 41st anniversary of ISEF. Really, what a feat. I'm standing here consumed with a deep sense of gratitude and greatly honored to address you on this happy occasion. I'm speaking, dear friends, not only on behalf of myself, being an alumni of ISEF, I'm speaking also on behalf of thousands of university graduates as well as students who are presently enrolled in many universities and colleges across Israel and abroad. Actually, some of really the brilliant and smart and gifted students who are actually studying here in the United States are with you. And I was so impressed when we met before, Daryl, with them, to see the kind of talent, the kind of potential that actually they command, and the fact that ISEF is ushering them, enabling them to actually develop these talent and potential. They all have been privileged to enjoy the generous material and moral support of this great foundation. ISEF has nourished our hope. It has given us wings and feathers, allowing us to fly high. Hope is the thing with feathers. Emily Dickinson once wrote in one of her poems, a thing with feathers. And a philosopher once stated that our ability to see far into the horizon does not owe to our innate percipient capacity, but to the very fact that we rest on the shoulders of giants. Those who have excelled and been able to materialize their dreams should look back with a sense of humbleness and modesty and ask themselves, who were the giants who offered their shoulders, enabling them to see far into the horizon, to believe in themselves, to hope, to dream, to achieve? Was it their mother, father, a special teacher, a role model they had admired? Well, they must know. They all have their own giants, allowing them to see far. And sometimes you also need a greater family to provide you an edifice of hope, partaking in this giant-like role. ISEF has fulfilled this role most ardently for me and for many other students. Immigrated to Israel from Iraq in the early 50s, my family underwent much travail and hardship. My father working in a construction company and my mother working in the food industry had to struggle assiduously to keep our heads above water. Although remarkably supportive and incredibly encouraging, a university education was not in sight. They simply couldn't afford it. Beginning my bachelor's degree in the mid-70s in Haifa University, I had to hold many part-time jobs to pay for my studies. And then, out of nowhere, really, out of nowhere, ISEF came. Embodied, and this time, and this great lady, Mrs. Nina Wiener. Nina, you're really a giant. And I don't know wherefore she got all these emotional resources, motivation, commitment to work so hard for so many years. A real giant, Nina Wiener, Mrs. Nina Wiener. I received since then ISEF's material and moral support until I completed my PhD in the field of philosophy at the University of Pennsylvania. Without ISEF, it would have been mission impossible. It would have been mission impossible. I told Nina once, I am eternally indebted to ISEF. And I take ISEF's spirit, values, and vision with me wherever I go. As a university professor, as a social activist, and now as a member of the Israeli parliament. Social justice, compassion to the less fortunate, and empowerment, and self-reliance are my guiding principles, as well as ISEF's guiding principles. And you, dear friends, friends of ISEF, you should know that you have abundantly changed through your steadfast commitment and generosity the life of many individuals. And this is not an achievement many people can claim. Thank you.